Hello, hello, you lovely people. We are clearing the stomach this time. Yay! We've done the colon, we've done the liver, I think we've done the pancreas. I know we've got to do the gallbladder yet, so let's crack on and do the stomach as a clearing and see what wondrous things lie in the programming there in the stomach. So set your intention to receive the benefits of this clearing, and then let's get stuck in. Okay, so here we go. So in terms of stomach, where's that sitting in terms of 0 positive, 100 negative? In terms of consciousness, we're right down at incarnational level. So let's do an initial clearing as usual, clearing away the bulk of the programs at the start and at the end. Raising up to 100 positive down to 0 negative, and from incarnation level all the way up to radiant love new paradigm level of consciousness. And the stomach holds such a lot, isn't it? It's right around our solar plexus area. It's where we feel when we get news. It's right in there, isn't it? In our power center. It's information that can't be digested easily. Sick to the stomach. I'm so sick of this, you know, all these things that we have in our language that relate to the stomach. It's such a powerful area that, you know, brings nausea and sickness and things that we can't fully assimilate. So it's good to clear what's being held in the cells in the stomach. What is it that we can't stomach? What information can't we stomach? What's going on in there? Obviously, diet has a great effect, but when we get really stressed and our acidic levels as well, acid levels go up in the stomach, that can be alleviated through diet, of course, and stress relief. But what else are we carrying in there? So it'll be interesting to see what comes up. And I think I'll probably do the gallbladder after doing the stomach, because that's been requested a few times now. We've done the liver, we've done the pancreas, we've done the colon, we've done the eyes. We're working our way through them. I think I've done skin as well. Skin's done. So I will do the gallbladder actually next. Another important one. Got to do the spleen as well. It's another great one to do. And I've done the heart as well. Let's see what joys await the stomach. Right, where are we going first then? Chart 4, it looks like. Is it chart 4 or chart 5? It's chart 5. That's me and my pendulum there. So what are we looking at? Anything on the inside, anything on the outside? Codependency again keeps coming up. So do look at that SRT clearing on that. Coercion, that's an interesting one. Conscious control is coming up. These are all negative motivations. Self-punishment. Fear, of course. Violence. Gosh, these are good ones to come up. So we can be very violent. Let's get those cleared, please, teams. We can be very violent with the food that we put into our bodies. It's an act of violence on our bodies if we're putting in stuff that's really not benefiting the body. It's one of those short-term pleasure center habits, isn't it? If we put rubbish food in there, it has absolutely no goodness for the body whatsoever. It's a violent act towards the body. Same with alcohol. Yeah. And the poor old stomach has to deal with it all. I do love a bag of crisps there. Talking of violent acts, I do love a bag of crisps. Salt and vinegar. Every time, salt and vinegar. Try not to eat them very often. It's my violent act of pleasure, bag of crisps. for my stomach. Sorry, stomach. Oh, it's all rock and roll here, you know. It's all rock and roll. Sex, drugs and rock and roll. A bag of crisps. Oh. Right, okay, so where are we going next? Straight to 10A, interestingly enough, miscellaneous blocks, and that's at God level. Conscious and subconscious memory. So let's just clear that out there. Or conscious, subconscious memory at God level, connecting with whatever we're holding in the stomach. What is it we're not stomaching? How often do you talk to your stomach? How often do you talk to your organs? Because that can be very revealing. Just allowing yourself to move your consciousness to your stomach and focusing in on your stomach and seeing what thoughts come to the surface. How often do we have conversations with our organs? It is worth just doing that, just putting a few minutes aside and sitting and talking to the stomach, being loving with it, gently nurturing it, rubbing it in a very gentle way. How are you, stomach? You know, what can I do to support you? What can I do to help you? And allow those subconscious answers to come back to you, and they will come back to you. Right, where are we going next? Chart 13, programs before creation. Ooh. Levels 1 through 6, which refers to charts held on the other side of life, which are too numerous to bring here. They have 200 plus charts that they use, probably a lot more than that, on the other side of life. And so not everything can be listed. It would just take too long. So they're able to go through their charts, levels 1 through 6. So I'd love to know what was in those levels. We have levels 7 and 8 as well. So and even on this chart, this is all King of Kings level of consciousness, which is the egg and sperm level of the soul. Those of you who are regular to these, I've talked about that level a lot. So and we've got subconscious stuff, subconscious odds and ends. So it's all very vague, but it means something on the other side of life in all the charts that they're using. We don't need to know every single little thing. And in fact, if we need to question every single little thing, there is an element of conscious control in there, that underlying need to understand, then we feel more in control. And we don't need to, we just need to accept for our highest good. I hope you're all keeping well. If it takes me a few months to get around to your suggestions, forgive me. I've just got a very, very long list to do, and I will always choose the most popular ones first, ones that get requested more often first as well. So right, okay, where are we going next? 16, fall of consciousness. What have we got? Blocks to emotional expression going on here. So let's just clear all of those blocks to emotional expression for your highest good. Don't want to hold them in the stomach. Okay, where are we going next? Straight to 26, freedom is free. No reality in the fall. Mankind is pure spirit light. So we get some blocks there. So let's just clear those blocks away. Oh, keep bashing my necklace. Okay, and where are we going next? Chart 32, don't very often come to the checklist, but here we are. What are we looking at? Energy of creation at all levels, chart 3. Viruses as well. Spiritual programs, do you need me to research any of those? Are tumours there as well? Because I just felt there were. Yeah, so let's just clear all viruses and tumours. All energy of creation at all levels in chart 3 and all spiritual programs connected to the stomach there. I'm not investigating any of those because it's a group clearing. I'm just going to ask that the high self teams. I'm working with the God team for this, that will work with your high self teams. To clear what is appropriate. So normally, if you're an SRT practitioner, you'd work with the high self team, and I worked with the high self team for a long time before I then started suddenly started working with the Holy Spirit, and then started working with the God team after a while as well. But it varies. Sometimes I go back to working with the high self team. So. But basically the high self would normally work with the other person's high self, who then works with the other person's soul. And it's what they call a feedback loop. This is why the spiritual committees need to be at the highest level of consciousness before we start working. So it's why the prep to work is really important. I'm quite fastidious whenever I'm doing clearings, particularly individual clearings, that a thorough prep to work is done before clearing anybody. Just occasionally things will come up, and I always check that people are open to receiving healing 100% as well. Oops. Wasn't my pendulum going again? I keep breaking my pendulums on the metal things on here. That's done. Okay. So anything else before mop up? No, it feels much lighter already. So let's go for the mop up for the stomach, please. Mopping up the stomach. Programs, experiences, feelings, echoes, memories, things we've witnessed, things we can't stomach. Let's just clear those away. Anything can be cleared without further research at this time. Let's clear those away. Let's clear it away from you for your highest good, allowing the stomach to relax into perfect harmony and do the job that it's come here to do. Oops. Allow the stomach to come here and do the job that's come to do. Allow the stomach to just do the job that's come to do. It hasn't come here separately. Yeah, the body arrived and the stomach arrived later. Yeah, not quite. Yep, we're just awaiting arrival of the stomach now. It's due any moment. Dear, oh dear. This energy is really lightening. as I'm clearing this. Right, okay, are we done? Yeah. High self-team's happy? Yeah. Soul's happy? Yes, they seem to be. And where is it now then? The stomach, 100 positive, 0 negative. And we're at Radiant Love New Paradigm as a minimum. Wonderful. And there we have it. Another one done. Another SRT clearing done. Allow it to, all the stuff to sort of integrate into the body for about 3 days. Ideally before you do another clearing. Because they're short clearings, maybe a couple of clearings would be, you know, okay to do at a time. But be careful not to overload the body, because the body's still got to process it all, and it takes about 3 days for the neural pathways to fall away, the old neural pathways, and new ones to form. So by day 4, the equilibrium is normally restored if you have any reactions there. But just be kind to the body, allowing it all to fully integrate and process, rather than, oh, let's get 10 clearings done all at once. Which can leave you feeling, your body feeling very overwhelmed. I've been there, I've done that, and I suffered for it. I really, really did many, many years ago. So lots of water, take care of yourself, be gentle with yourself, and until next time, see you again. Have a lovely time. Bye, everyone.